Avast ye mateys, and welcome once again to another episode of Full Stream Ahead. I be your captain this time, Phil, podcast Perich, as Charlie used to call me. And you're probably a little confused because you're probably like, wait, what's going on? It's been a second since we've actually been about a year since you got a Full Stream Ahead. And for those of you not familiar, uh, Full Stream Ahead used to be the weekly show by Charlie Esser and Moz Manzor to cover all the newest content and streaming, usually episodes of TV shows. Every once in a while, you might get like a one-off special or whatever. But yeah, that was the theme for most of the series. And then after Charlie's untimely passing in the summer of 2023. Moz was joined by Lilith Hellfire for a while, and then, well, things kind of wandered off. So, and again, it was a weird time because it's after Charlie left us. Yeah, it was weird. So, but it ended off at 198, and Lilith and I hate. Well, we love round numbers, and of course, we have something special planned for the 200th episode of Full Stream Ahead, which might be the last one, or at least the last one for now. But yes, they left off with episode 198, so it was like, well, we need a 199 before we can get to 200. So here we are, kids. It's me, and again, to keep the spirit of the founder alive, you might get a few words this episode from the Charlie puppet. That's oh wait, I think he had too much beer. Oh, that's right. I'm back. And of course, we're going to talk one of Charlie's favorite well, what topic wasn't Charlie's favorite? But yes, one of Charlie's favorite topics, anything Marvel, which again, we just got at the end of December, season 3 of What If, which supposedly is the last episode, but I guess we'll see. I believe might be spinning out because I thought I heard. I believe the rumor is that we're getting maybe a Marvel Zombies, which was one of the universes we saw in What If. But so yeah, so we'll keep our eyes peeled for that one. But yes, this was the last season, and of course, yeah, if any, as long as Moz was up for it, I know Charlie would have covered this series, or he would have asked me to do it. So this is very quite the tribute to Charlie Esser. So all right, let's get into this. Let me get my notes here. And again, just like with seasons 1 and 2, we got a lot of the MCU actors reprising their roles, like Jeffrey Wright returns as the Watcher, Anthony Mackie, Mark Ruffalo, Tiona Paris, Sebastian Stan. That's just like the first episode, kids. David Harbour, Simu Liu, Oscar Isaac, Catherine Hahn, Kumail Nanjiani, Dominic Cooper, James Darcy, David Kay, Lawrence Fishburne, Kat Denning, Seth Green, Sam Jackson. Yes, there were a lot of people reprise their roles. Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, Dominic Thorne, Haley Steinfeld, Wyatt Russell, Walter Goggins, who we know as Sonny Burge from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Haley Atwell, of course. Captain Carter has been big in these seasons of What If. I think they just put this list in order here. Karen Gillan, of course. Nebula, Taika Waititi, Ross Marquand. Oh, yes. And then we also got Allison Seeley Smith, who was the voice of Storm in one of these episodes, who also did the voice of Storm in the original X-Men animated series and X-Men 97. So, yes, big comeback for her. She's all over now. I mean, all over the place is what I mean. Yeah. Any animated Storm and so good. I mean, that's great, man. She's like the new Kevin Conroy. They were like, we need an animated Storm. Well, let's go. They're gonna make it one person. All right, so all right, let's get into this. All right, so yeah, we got 8 episodes, and just like I believe they did with season 2, they put this out on December 22nd, and then they put one out every day until December 29th. So basically, a couple days before and a couple days after the holidays. We well, around the Christmas holiday, and then yeah, right before New Year's. So all right, so yes, we got 8 episodes. The first episode this season, which was episode 19 of the series, was what if the Hulk fought the Mech Avengers? That aired December 22nd, 2024. In an attempt to rid himself of the Hulk, Bruce Banner bombards himself with a huge amount of gamma radiation, accidentally resulting in the birth of a monstrous creature known as the Apex, a rampaging kaiju capable of creating an army of gamma monsters. The Avengers create enormous mechas to counter the threat, but are outnumbered and killed. Their surviving heroes, consisting of Sam Wilson, Monica Rambeau, Bucky Barnes, Mark Spector, Alexei Shotakov, Melina Vostokov, Shang-Chi, and Nakia, eventually repel the Gamma monsters for the next 10 years. When the Apex reemerges, a reluctant Wilson seeks help from Banner, who lives in hiding on a remote island. Banner refuses to get involved, though he provides Wilson with the Mighty Avenger Protocol, which he originally created to stop the Hulk. Using the protocol, the heroes' mechs combine into one powerful mech, but the Apex is still too much for them. Banner decides to assist the team and uses a gamma bomb to become a Godzilla-like Mega Hulk. He kills the Apex and heads towards New York with its army. However, Wilson reminds him of their friendship, prompting Banner to lead the remaining Gamma monsters to his island instead, where he becomes their new ruler. Right out of the gate, yeah, this was a very good one. That to come out of the gate, I liked it. And again, I'm not like the hugest fan even of like kaiju stuff, and I'm sure a lot of you are like, "What? You're not a fan of kaiju?" I mean, I am kind of, but I'm not like a big like. I know people who are huge fans of that stuff, but and again, I still thoroughly enjoyed this episode. And the whole as a child growing up in the '80s, the whole protocol making all the mechs combined into one mech. I got a very, and I don't know if this was intentional or if it's just my nostalgia speaking, but it reminded me of Voltron. Just that, yeah, the mechs coming together to form the huge mech and fight the monster. And again, great acting job by everyone, but especially like Anthony Mackie and Mark Ruffalo. And again, I'm never sure. Like, you could be a great actor, but I don't know. Does I don't know if like live acting translates completely to voice acting, or if maybe they find that easier because you don't have to be in front of the camera. But I don't know. I just think it's probably like a whole not a completely different skill, but there's probably different muscles you flex and stuff. So, but this one, yeah, like I said, came out of the gate strong. One of my favorite episodes of the season. Yeah, I thought this was really good. It was a good choice because when I heard Mech Avengers and stuff, I'm like, I don't know. Is this going to be like I said, very kaiju focused, or was it going to have more like a manga feel or anime feel or something? But no. But yeah, good job. All right, so episode 2, which was episode 20 overall of the series, What If Agatha Went to Hollywood? That came out the next day, December 23rd of this year, or last year. 2024 is already last year. Agatha Harkness plans to enact a magical ritual to siphon the power of Tiamat, the celestial buried in the Earth's core. In order to do so, she becomes an actress during the golden age of Hollywood and stars in a film directed by Howard Stark. Harkness has Stark cast Kingo, the final Eternal she needs for her spell to work, as she has already taken the other Eternal's powers. Kingo reveals that he knows of Harkness's true plans, but decides to help after she pretends her desire is to save the world and agrees to release the Eternals once the ritual is complete. Witnessing Kingo's betrayal, Arishem decides to destroy the Earth, motivating Harkness and Kingo to enact a ritual upon the Celestials' arrival. With help from Stark and Edwin Jarvis, Harkness takes Kingo's and Tiamat's powers and becomes a Celestial. After defeating Arishem, Kingo convinces Harkness to give up the celestial power in favor of joining him in the movie business for real. During the premiere of their movie, Cosmic Queen, Kingo notes that the released Eternals are worried that Arishem's defeat has drawn the other Celestials' attention, but Harkness assures them that they can be saved for the sequel. Again, this was a good one. Again, I think Catherine Hahn elevates a lot of stuff she does. Great actress. Again, Kumail Nanjiani, good job. Again, always fun. Dominic Cooper's Howard Stark, funny. Good. I'm not the hugest Eternal fan either. Everyone's just putting the points up against me. But yes, not the hugest fan of the Eternals, but I do like the Celestials, and I'm sure people are just like, how do you do that? Well, they've appeared otherwhere besides the Eternals kids, but yeah, I thought this one was cute. It was a good job, and I don't know, kind of gives at a lot of times in the comics, the what ifs are the darker and versions and stuff. This almost gives Agatha like a more happy ending than she got in the regular MCU. I mean, I don't want to spoil Agatha all along, but yeah. And again, she was able to put down the power and walk away, and like I said, great acting. So, bravo, kids! Bravo, bravo. All right, so episode 3. What if the Red Guardian stopped the Winter Soldier? Like I said, it's episode 3, episode 21 overall of the series. And this one came out on Christmas Eve, December 24th. In 1991, Alexei Shostakov and Bucky Barnes are sent to recover a case of super soldier serum from Howard and Maria Stark. Shostakov prevents Barnes from killing the Starks, and they only acquire one vial of the serum. With no extraction, the duo tracks a spy called the Rook to Las Vegas for transportation while evading the authorities and Bill Foster. Dreykov secretly orders Barnes to kill Shostakov, who has become a liability. In Las Vegas, Shostakov and Barnes discover that the Rook is Obadiah Stane, who provided the Russians with information about the serum in order to eliminate the Starks from the market. Stane attacks the duo but is killed by Barnes as the authorities and a task force sent by the Red Room swarm the area. Barnes buys Shostakov, who destroys the last vial of the serum, time to escape. Sometimes later, Barnes is taken back to Hydra's base in Siberia, where he insists that Shostakov is dead. Meanwhile, Foster approaches Shostakov and offers him a chance to help the United States once again. 21 years later, Shostakov is seen fighting alongside the Avengers in the Battle of New York. Again, good episode here. I mean, I like these characters, especially the Winter Soldier. And the thing this episode has over the first two is like this actually there's actually like an event in the MCU that spins off of first like the murder of the Howard and Maria Stark, which we saw, well, we kind of got flashback to in Captain America Civil War, and then at the end when Red Guardian's working with the Avengers during the Battle of New York. That's from the first Avengers movie, of course. So yes, I do like that. I like when they actually spin off of stuff, and they just don't like. I mean, a lot of those are entertaining too when they just like randomly go their own way, like the writers and the whatever of the series. But I do like when they pick a specific point. That's more like the comics do, at least the older ones did, yeah, where they actually pick a moment in time that we've actually seen happen, and they're like, well, what if it went the other way? But yeah, I love all those characters, like Captain America, all the Captain Americas, Winter Soldier, the Red Guardian, even. But that's another what if. That would be an interesting what if. That's happened in the comics, like for a little bit. That's like we should have seen what if Bucky Barnes became Captain America instead of Sam Wilson. And again, it might have went horribly wrong. You never know. All right. So next is episode 4, episode 22 overall of the series. What if Howard the Duck got hitched, from Christmas Day, December 25th? And again, and this one kind of plays off an episode from last season. I think it was last season. During Thor's party on Earth, Howard the Duck marries Darcy Lewis, and they have a baby that takes the form of an egg. They join the Grandmaster on his intergalactic cruise, but he takes the egg and attempts to cook it for breakfast before Yondu Yodonta steals it. As the couple gives chase, Nick Fury and Phil Coulson explain because their child was born during a rare alignment of the 9 realms called the Convergence, it is destined for great things and has become highly sought after by several factions. On Nowhere, Yondu delivers the egg to Caecilius, who kills Yondu and attempts to use the egg as a host body for Dormammu. Shield attacks, intending to acquire the egg, though the couple recovers it and seeks shelter from Loki on Jotunheim. However, Laufey, Malekith, Zeus, and Thanos and his Black Order are also after the egg, and a chase ensues. As the couple is quartered, the egg suddenly glows gold, rises into the sky, and subdues the pursuers with gold energy. It hatches into a human duck hybrid, which the parents name Birdie. Fury admits that the child should stay with her family, and they return home peacefully. Again, this one's a little more wacky. It's a little more silly, but it's not bad. And again, keep your eye on this Birdie character. She will show up later in this season. And again, the writers' room must love that Howard and Darcy power couple, because again, this is spinning off of a past episode from a past season. So I wonder if like I don't know if the viewers demanded it or if the writers' room demanded it. And if any of the writers from the What If room see this episode, yeah, we'd love to talk to you, me, and I'll get a co-host or two from my team, and we'll talk to you. Again, one writer, we'll talk to the whole writers' room. I don't care. Although I don't know how big the writers' room is, but yep. We can have, I think, up to 10 people here on the screen at a time, so we could at least do a nice portion of the writers' room. All right. And then we get to episode 5. What if the emergence destroyed the Earth? Episode 5 of the season, 23rd episode overall of the series, December 26th, 2024. After the Earth is split apart by the emergence, Quentin Beck overtakes Stark Industries, creating an army of drones called the Iron Federation to subjugate the survivors. In the present, Riri Williams is recruited by Wong, Okeo, Valkyrie, and Ying Nan to join their alliance. After defeating Beck's Lieutenant Vision, who he's controlling White Vision, Williams uses the components to become a human synthezoid hybrid. While the Alliance holds off the Federation, Williams infiltrates Beck's base to destroy the nanites powering his illusion. However, her suit fails and she loses the ability to see through Beck's illusions and is lured into a prison cell, where Beck explains that he uploaded the nanites into himself, meaning he can control illusions with his mind. The nanites are also killing him, so he intends to merge with Vision to live longer. Williams breaks free only to learn that her comrades are dead and everything since Vision's defeat has been an illusion. The Watcher intervenes by encouraging Williams to fight back, so she siphons the nanites off Beck's body, killing him and destroying the Federation. Williams then projects the Avengers logo into the sky to give the survivors hope. Elsewhere, 3 other Watchers are displeased by the Watchers' continued interference. All right, so yeah, this one. Well, the last one was a little silly. This one got a little dark because, again, the Earth's been destroyed. There's only a few survivors. And, man, I mean, I don't think we've ever even gone this far in the comics. Quentin Beck Mysterio is basically trying to dominate the planet. Yeah, that's a new one. But yeah, good. I'm glad we're kind of giving love to some Spider-Man characters. I love the whole Spider-Man, his Rogues Gallery. Yeah, so I'm glad we're giving some love to a Spider-Man villain here. We got White Vision. We got Riri Williams. And again, this one got dark because the Watcher even says, he's like, every time I watch any version of this, she fails. So that's why he felt he had to give her encouragement. He couldn't stand to watch another universe die like this. So, and again, the choice the Watcher makes here will be seen by the end of the season here. So, all right, episode 6 is episode 24 overall this season. What if 1872 from December 27th? All right, in the 1880s, Zhu Ziling fled to America for a better life, only to fall victim to the Hood's plan to enslave Chinese immigrants in order to consolidate his power. In 1872, Zhu Shangqi, searching for his sister alongside Kate Bishop, who wants revenge on the Hood for killing her family. They find a decimated township and met a boy, Kwai Junfan, who claims the Hood attacked and left on a train. Shang-Chi, Bishop, and Junfan find and board the train, where they discover that the missing immigrants have been brainwashed by the Hood's enforcers, Sonny Birch. Yes, kids, Sonny Birch. Yes, this universe is kind of weird because we're seeing familiar characters like Sonny Birch, Kate Bishop, Shang-Chi, but meanwhile it's the year's 1872, so yes, a lot of these characters have come about way earlier than they did in the regular MCU. The Watcher helps Junfan survive with Shang-Chi and Bishop, while Shang-Chi and Bishop are taken to the Hood, who is revealed to be a corrupted Xiling, his sister, who killed the original Hood and stole his powers. Birch confesses to killing Bishop's parents and attempts to brainwash her until Junfan rings the bell, freeing the prisoners and allowing Bishop to knock Birch out. Shang-Chi refuses to join or fight Xiling, and Bishop kills her. Later, the pair observe Junfan with the immigrants and rides off into the sunset. Subsequently, the Watcher is punished by the other Watchers for his interference, causing charges of their observatory to spill onto the multiverse. So yes, it's getting real here, kids. But yeah, good. I mean, I don't know. I can take like these stories where like the characters are put in like different year settings, like a different year, like 1872 or like the Dark Ages, in little doses. Again, I'm glad this wasn't more than one episode, but again, it was cute. We got Kate Bishop. I like the character of Kate Bishop. Shang-Chi is good. And it said when Kate Bishop kills his sister, she didn't know it was his sister at the time, and all she saw was the Hood attacking him. So, yeah. But he even doesn't blame her because when she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," he's like, "No." He's like, "You didn't kill her. The Hood did." So, and I was surprised that we used. I mean, again, since it was Shang's sister, I mean, I guess that's our MCU doorway in. But I don't think we've seen the actual Hood, Parker Robbins, in the actual MCU. So I'm wondering if did someone just use that as a story, as the writers use that as a story device, or is this telling us the Hood is going to show up in the MCU somewhere, either live action or animated? That would be another question I'd have for the writers' room. Are they allowed to introduce characters who haven't been introduced into live action MCU yet? I guess they can because again, we're about to get an episode here with Storm, a version of Storm, and they haven't hit the X-Men haven't hit live action yet, but X-Men 97 has premiered. So maybe the Hood, if not live action, maybe in something animated, the Hood might be showing up. All right, so let's get here up to only 2 more episodes, kids. All right, so episode 7, which was episode 25 overall, was What If the Watcher Disappeared, from December 28th, 2024. In the 5th dimension, the Watcher stands trial before the other 3 Watchers, the Eminence, the Incarnate, and the Executioner, while Captain Peggy Carter leads a team consisting of Kahari, a grown-up Birdie, there she is, and a Mjolnir welding Storm in stopping multiversal incursions. After preventing an interdimensional universe eater from attacking Earth 625, Carter and her team noticed 3 shards from the Watcher's observatory and resolved to help him. Hold on, kids. I gotta see this note here. And if you're wondering what Earth 625 they saved, that is the universe from the season 2 episode, What If Nebula Joined the Nova Corps? So, and that's another thing I do like is they do call back the previous seasons. So another positive in your in the column there. What If writers room. All right. So yes, Carter and team noticed 3 shards from the Watcher's observatory and resolved to help him. After their first attempts to synthesize the shards fail and cost them two, the group considered requesting help from a variant of Infinity Ultron, agreeing to use Time Variance Authority equipment to prune him should he go rogue. After a heart-to-heart with Storm, Carter resolves to meet with Infinity Ultron alone, only to be captured by the Eminence. Noticing Carter went missing, Kahori, Birdie, and Storm confront Ultron, who reveals that he has realized there is no peace without life and concludes that he made a mistake in extinguishing all life in the universe. Though it is too late for redemption, he is willing to atone for his actions and absorbs the shard before agreeing to take them to rescue Carter and the Watcher. So yes, the little to be continued. And again, we got a little to be continued when we saw, the other Watchers grab the Watcher at the end of the last episode. But yes, pretty much I was gonna say our season ender, but our series ender also. Kind of a two-parter here. And again, I like it. I liked everything here. I just wish we could have gotten more of like, oh, how'd Storm get me on here? Which again, there have been comic stories about that, but I wish we would have gotten an episode of like Storm picking up the hammer or something, or again, maybe if we had a longer season, or I don't know. All right, but the last one was episode 8, which was the 26th and final episode of What If? What If? What If? From December 29th, 2024. In a flashback, a Watcher disciple named Uatu was recruited to become a full Watcher by the Eminence. In the present, the Watcher is placed on trial for his repeated interference, such as giving Doctor Strange Supreme the information he needed to recreate his destroyed universe, which you probably remember from this second season episode, What If Strange Supreme Intervened? Saving Riri Williams and Kwai Fan, again, all this season, as well as involving Captain Carter and his affairs, which he did many times. The Watcher and Carter are rescued by Ultron, who sacrifices himself to buy time to escape, or buys them time to escape. The Watchers give chase, attempting to erase them from existence, but the Watcher grants Carter's team the powers of a Watcher before Carter sacrifices herself to transport everyone to Strange Supreme's universe, where Strange, having become the sentient consciousness of that universe, removes the powers of the Eminence incarnate and Executioner. The Watcher convinces the humbled trio to learn by watching over life in this new universe. As they mourn Carter's death, the Watcher invites Kahari, Birdie, and Storm to join him in watching over the multiverse. So yes, we saw. Well, I was gonna say at least the sacrifice of one version of Captain Carter. So yeah, let's look and see if there's any more notes here. Oh, okay. So yes, there was some anime inspiration, some 70s and 80s animation that basically inspired some of the Hulk versus the Mech Avengers. That's right, kids, and of course, it was 2023 and 2024. Yes, it was the 9 days of the Watchers around the holidays. So, all right. So I was gonna say I kept saying Christmas. Maybe I guess they were ripping off Hanukkah, but all right. Again, I'm sure I didn't do these episodes the justice they deserve. Sometimes it's harder on my own. But it's also hard because I know I would have went way longer had I done this with Charlie Esser, because he always had thoughts on everything Marvel. He had thoughts on the smallest. He would have picked apart every detail, every smallest detail of each of these episodes. We would have speculated here on super connectivity. Where could the storylines go? Where could any of these universes have gone? Where could any of these characters have gone? I'm sure why wasn't Riri Williams with that group with Captain Carter? I'm sure I would have heard that. And I wonder, and that would be another question for the writers' room. I wonder if some of their choices of story are limited by which actors will come in and do voice work, and how long they have each actor. Because I'm trying to think, except for the 2 episodes at the end, I don't know if you got a lot of oh, hey, this one shows up here and then shows up again later in the season and stuff, except for the Watcher, of course. But so yeah, I'm just wondering if like they had time for the actors came in just to do one episode, except for everyone who's in episode 8 and 9 who did or no, 7 and 8, I mean, sorry. So maybe they just they were lucky enough to get them for a double for twice as long for double an episode. All right, so I guess before I get out of here and before I give you the plugs, I can tell you what's coming up next in case you want to send in your thoughts. You can send in your thoughts about the what if episodes, because I barely scratched the surface on these. But yeah, send us your thoughts. And again, if we don't get to a super connectivity for a while, we do plenty of shows. We do plenty of Marvel shows, do plenty of DC shows. But again, you send in feedback on these what ifs. I have plenty of places to read the feedback. Or again, after episode 200, if you want more full stream ahead, write in and let us know. We want to put out content you will come back for every week, every month. Some of the shows are weekly, some are monthly, some are twice a month. So yes, send us your feedback, and yes, please let us know what you want to hear. And the Devil You Know, the Daredevil podcast that Lil Hellfire and I do, which is usually once a month. We'll be going weekly starting in March and probably through most of March and April. We're going to cover every episode of Daredevil Born Again as it comes out. So yes, we'll do in-depth coverage because yes, we'll cover one episode per podcast episode. So, and again, with 2 of us, yes, we're really digging into those episodes, and you'll get some Daredevil comic reviews, at least the new stuff. So, but as I said, next time, full stream ahead, episode 200. You're in for a big surprise. Lilith and I are putting together a group of podcasters from our team, and who knows, maybe we'll try to get some special guests too. We're going to do a review of Superman 3. Yes, the Christopher Reeve, Richard Pryor movie from the 80s. And you're probably like, why are you doing that? It is, it's older. Usually Full Stream Ahead does more current stuff. But again, we wanted something big for episode 200. And again, Superman 3 was Charlie Esser's favorite Superman movie. So we're all going to get together and honor him and do that. And again, you'll get it by the end of this month because, yes, January was Charlie Esser's birthday month. So we're going to get you that in this month. So stay tuned for that. And again, send us your thoughts for that. Send us your thoughts of Charlie and everything. So hold on. I'll tell you where you can send those thoughts. All right. So yes, please send us your thoughts about Charlie Esser and Superman 3. Or again, send us your what if thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And again, you can find episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your brand new Capes Lunatics merch and all the classic Capes Lunatics merch, or at Teespring or TeePublic and Spring website. So please go help support us there. And again, if you're feeling extremely generous, you can just send us money for nothing because the queen of the multiverse, Lilith Hellfire, demands it.
Make it rain.
And of course, if you want something for your money besides merch, you can also join our Patreon, where you get at least one exclusive episode a month just for our patrons. It's usually me and Lilith Hellfire. Sometimes we pull someone else in to help us. But if you are a subscriber, You can suggest topics for us to talk about, help us program. Tell us what you want to hear, because again, we do lots of comic. I'd say 99% or so of our content most of the time is comic book superheroes. The Patreon, it could be anything. Send us your request, but you have to subscribe to the Patreon. Even the lowest tier, $1, you can send in your comment, your request, like Justin has many times, or our friend from Australia, Ray, after we shamed him into sending that in. So, yes, tell us exactly what you want us to talk about. Anything goes on the Patreon. So you can subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. So yeah, join the uncensored fun over there.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
Thank you, Justin. That's one of our happy patrons, Justin. Yeah. All right. Thank you for joining us, everyone. And again, thank you for joining us once again as we set sail for Superman 3 next episode with a bunch of our friends. And join us then when we'll sail full stream ahead. Arrgh. Sorry, Charlie, I can't do it justice. Full stream ahead. Arrgh.